Let's talk about the MSME Day and perhaps what this day means to SMEs and to institutions like AGF that support SMEs.
What it means for us is an opportunity to celebrate, to kind of recognize what the SME they are doing every day in fostering the African kind of economy. You know, the SME they are going through a lot of challenges, and it's good to have a day when we kind of recognize all the effort that they are putting in place to be able to play their role in African economies. We started our operation in 2012 where we issue our first guarantee. So what I would say is that in 6 years of operation, we've been able to issue $1 billion of guarantee, meaning we were able to unlock $2 billion of financing towards the SME. And we've done so through 100 plus financial institutions. And today in our portfolio, the number of SME that were able to benefit from those guarantees are more than 20,000 in 40 countries in Africa.
When you look at SMEs in Kenya and then you compare them with other SMEs in other regions that you are in Africa, where are we as a country?
I would say Kenya is ahead. It's ahead of what you can see in Africa. Today, when you see how SME are dynamic across the continent, especially in sub-Saharan Africa, what I would say I would definitely put today Kenya in the top 5. In the top 5, we'll have Kenya, we'll have Nigeria, South Africa, Cote d'Ivoire. So Kenya is definitely in the top 5. And even today, when I look at our portfolio today, Kenya represents 8% of our portfolio.
Looking at the dream of any SME, of course, is to make big money from the small business. And what are some of the things that you feel must be addressed if the SME will realize his or her dream on Saturday?
We need to definitely to improve the quality of infrastructure, because that is add-on on the cost of the SMEs. If to go from point A to point B, they have to spend so much in transportation, in storage. Definitely they cannot compete with SME in Asia and Europe. Access to energy. Energy is still very expensive in Africa. The legal environment. We need to make sure that we streamline all the processes, the procedure for SME when it comes to all the legal environment. And finally, access to finance. Finance is still very expensive in Africa. It's not just that it's expensive, sometimes it's not even available. So we need to make sure that finance is available at a better cost. And then we have also the legal environment. You know, the legal environment is key in Africa. One of the things that is mostly asked by a financial institution when SME want to have access to loan is land title. This is one of the most used form of collateral. But do you know how to have access to land title in Africa is difficult? It's extremely, is very challenging. So what I would say is that the legal environment is very key as well, beside access to finance that we've just mentioned earlier.